That's what a black hatter does. He lets the woman say what she get it off, and man, she was bad. That was bad. And I love that. I love that right there. They say we might have another Tammy, a bulldog on our hands. But I will say this, I agree with Darryl, man. I don't think they can win a championship without Carson Beck. I just don't see it, man.
No.
I just don't see it. But I will say this, Paul. Boise State's in the playoffs. Ain't that right? Boise State.
That is, they're in the second round. What are you talking about?
Not Alabama.
No.
Boise State. Not Alabama, but Boise State. You hear that, Coach DeBoer? We ain't in, but Boise State's in. Boise State, Coach DeBoer. Boise State. They play on a blue field, dude. A blue field like the Smurfs. They in the playoffs, but we ain't in the playoffs. Indiana, they in the playoffs. Ain't that right, Paul? Indiana.
That is correct. They're playing in Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. You hear that, Coach Womack? You hear that? Indiana, not Alabama, but Indiana. That's right. That's right. And Arizona State, they in it too, ain't they, Paul?
They're in.
No, not Alabama. You hear that, Nick Sheridan? Not Alabama, baby. Arizona State. This is effing embarrassing. I hear all this crap about y'all's first year. Well, let me give you a grade on your first year. F and F. This is unacceptable. I blame you. Coach DeBoer. I heard Coach Campbell of the Detroit Lions. I heard him say something great. He said to be a great coach, the main thing you have to have is you got to be a motivator. You got to be able to motivate your team and implant a vision in them for them to go out and fulfill that vision on the field. And you telling me 2 games away from the playoffs, you couldn't motivate these guys to play no better than they did down to maybe the worst Oklahoma team in 50 damn years. I'm pissed at you, Coach DeBoer. Yeah, I'm pissed at a stupid playoff committee. Let me tell you this, Paul. It's not that Alabama should have got in because we shouldn't have. But with the teams they put in there, damn right, we should have got in, and Ole Miss should have got in, and South Carolina should have got in. I don't like Cam Newton. I ain't never liked Cam Newton. But I heard him say something the other day and made me think he may have a future as a commentator because it seems that he was one of the few people that would actually keep it real. He said nobody sitting at home that knows football, that knows the SEC, that knows when you take the field at an SEC game and you're playing an opponent with 10 to 15 future NFL draft picks the next year, no one wants to see that team sitting at home when you talk about a team in the playoffs that plays competition week in and week out, that may have 1 or 2 pro prospects on their roster. Thank God that Cam Newton has enough sense to know the difference between the SEC, the NFL, and the ACC, the CFL. It just pisses me off to no end that all the geniuses of college football, the brilliant minds of college football that sit up there that we watch day in and day out cannot tell the difference between the NFL and the CFL, and the difference is that Indiana's ass don't belong in there, SMU's ass don't belong in there, Arizona State's ass don't belong in there, Boise State's ass don't belong in there. No fan sitting out here that knows any damn thing about football believes that any of those teams are worthy over the 3 SEC teams I just damn named. Now, if you're going to be a damn expert and try to sell to this fan and the sidewalk alumni that you are some kind of friggin' effing genius, then why don't you know the damn game? I heard Greg McElroy say, well, it was set a bad standard. So that's the standard now. Losing a game to powerhouse Clemson. Big bad Clemson. That's the standard. Playing Clemson close. What an effing powerhouse. Yeah, I'm pissed at the committee. but I'm also pissed at you, Coach DeBoer. This is un-effing acceptable at the University of Alabama, dude. You better shape it up. If I was you, I'd run Nick Sheridan's ass out of town and have a real good talk with Womack if you kept him a second year. Get you some SEC help down there, some folks with some SEC experience that can teach you what playing against Oklahoma with 2 games before the playoffs means. Pisses me off that you can't motivate these guys to go out and kick the worst damn Oklahoma team in 50 effing years that would have put us in a playoff. A 12-team playoff. Effing embarrassing, dude. Get your stuff effing together. And I have effing left the building.